Ms. Goldsmith and then Mr. Zlotnick. Ms. Goldsmith, there you are.
Good morning.
Morning.
Jan Goldsmith. I represent Placer County Water Agency, a foothills and Sierra water agency, and I also represent the city of Sacramento, which is almost wholly located within the Delta. I also want to thank your staff, particularly Joe and Ms. Davis, and your council members for the work that they've done to markedly improve the clarity of this WRP1. And I want to go back to comments I've made to you before concerning the fact that both the clients that I mentioned earlier have no other water source than either in Delta for the city of Sacramento or the watershed for Placer County Water Agency. That's all they've got. There's no way that they can essentially reduce reliance on the Delta watershed in the way that this is set out. However, in prior conversations with your staff, fairly detailed conversations, and in their comments to you today, what I understand is that increased conservation, water saved through increased conservation, is considered reduction in reliance on water in the Delta watershed. I don't see that either in this policy or in the example that was given. And I want to see it there because that's all we've got. I support, and in fact was partially the author for the amendments that are offered by Ag Urban. They're very modest, and they have the impact of clarifying what it is that this body means when it says reduced reliance, particularly for those who have no other source, those in the Delta watershed and those in the Delta itself. I don't think that the language that's offered in the first paragraph, when compared to water use in the absence of measures implemented to achieve this policy, is inconsistent or contradictory to the Delta Reform Act. Reform Act. Thank you. And I'm a little alarmed to hear that that is the opinion of your staff, and I think it deserves more discussion than simply a declaratory statement, particularly because it goes to the very heart of how you measure reduced reliance on the Delta. If you're going to measure it, you need a baseline. And if, as both the Delta Reform Act and Water Code 10608.8C, referred to by Audrey, and I can't remember her last name, unfortunately, recognize and acknowledge area of origin and growth in water use does not contradict those policies. So if they don't, then some kind of a baseline is needed to measure what's been done versus what you need to have done. So I support the change to the first paragraph, and I would encourage you to solicit additional opinions and allow other water lawyers to comment on any conclusion that that's contradictory to the Delta Reform Act. Secondly, the other change that is proposed by Ag Urban, which in fact I wrote, is the change to the last paragraph, which currently states programs and policies to be evaluated could include, but are not limited to, all the good things that we're all doing. And it's unclear because it doesn't say that those things would be considered to reduce reliance. It doesn't say who's going to evaluate them, on what basis, for what purpose. And I think what's intended is to say that if you do these things and they're successful, they'll be considered to reduce reliance on the Delta. So I support both of the changes that the Ag Urban Coalition has offered. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chair,
Don,
yeah,
I'm sorry,
before you
Ms.
leave,
Goldsmith?
Quick question. You made the point, though, about increased conservation. You want that included. Where would you suggest that that would be included? In the narrative, or in the policy, or down below in that paragraph?
Well, actually, it is included. That I considered in improvements in water use efficiency.
Right,
Yeah,
the efficiency.
right.
Okay, but I thought you said that you wanted that spelled out.
Well,
Is that what you just said?
I mean, if you increase water use efficiency, first of all, you need to say that, yes, that's reduced reliance.
Yeah, okay,
So-
I got that point.
And then, how are you going to measure increased efficiency? You need some kind of a baseline.
Right, I got that too. But you made the point about increased conservation, quote, and so I didn't thought you wanted those words in there. But if they're
No,
built in,
I want to be able to measure it,
got it. Okay,
and I want it explicitly recognized.
I understand. Okay, got it.
Thanks.
Thanks. Thank you.